The veranda had begun to change. Once just a cold patch of stone and shadows, it now held a mat, a shallow bowl, and an old towel that smelled faintly of sunlight. A small fan hummed overhead, stirring the still, chilly air. Mom had found the fan in a storeroom, wiped off the dust, and set it up herself. "So it's not too warm or too cold for you, little one," she had whispered. Poochie curled up on the mat, her tail twitching as the blades turned. She had learned that this patch of light outside the door was hers, a safe boundary between the world and the home inside. And though she could hear voices now and then from beyond the doorway, they weren't always as soft as Mom's. Inside, 3 voices echoed gently but firmly through the quiet. They weren't cruel, just cautious. "She's a stray," one said. "What if she scratches?" asked another. "Or brings something from outside?" Mom didn't reply. She just listened, half standing by the door, her eyes drifting toward the veranda where the little brown cat slept in peace. She knew they weren't wrong. She had grown up with those same worries, the same unspoken rules. That strays were best kept at a distance, that kindness should have limits. But limits didn't work with Poochie, not when she had seen those eyes. Eyes that had once held fear now carried something softer. Trust, perhaps even love. That night the air outside was damp and cold. The drizzle had stopped, leaving behind a faint smell of earth. Mom stepped quietly to the door and looked down. Poochie stirred and opened her eyes, blinking slowly as though to ask, "Are you still here?" "I'm here," Mom whispered. "You're safe." And for a long moment, neither of them moved. The fan turned, the rain tapped faintly on the awning, and the voices inside faded into the background. It was a still kind of peace, the kind that happens when 2 beings decide, without words, that they belong to each other. From that night onward, the veranda was more than just a space between the house and the world. It was Poochie's home. And though she didn't yet know what home truly meant, she knew one thing for sure. It was wherever Mom's voice could reach. Inside, the murmurs of hesitation remained, the questions, the small arguments, the fears. But outside, beyond that single wooden door, a new kind of warmth had taken root. And when the door closed each night, a small paw print stayed just beside it, pressed faintly into the damp floor, as if to say, "I'm still here, waiting."